So this chapter in the third canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 24, is called the renunciation of Kardama Muni. So you must all be reading here in this temple about Kardama Muni and Kapila, his great son, addressing him. And he is saying in today's verse, Gaccha kamam maya prishto, Gaccha maya prishto, Gaccha kamam maya prishto. Now, maya prishtaha, sanctioned by me, Gaccha, please go. What's he telling? Where should he go? He's been a householder and now he's telling, Gaccha. Now you proceed to the forest to perform austerities. Kamam, maya, that was his desire. As you wish, as you desire. Being sanctioned by me. Maya prishtaha. Maya aprishtaha. I have approved, I have sanctioned. You have my approval. And the son is saying, Kapila is saying, Mai sanyasta karmana, surrendering all your activities to me. Of course, in this case, the son is the Lord himself. Kapila, incarnation of the Lord. So he's telling, Mai sanyasta karmana, surrender all your activities to me. In this way, jitva sudurjayam mrityum, conquer over mrityu, which is sudurjayam, very, very difficult to conquer, and attain amrutatva, eternal life. And for that, mam bhaja, worship me, render service unto me. I don't know, this was chosen specially for on the day of folk symposium, but this is about giving up family and going and surrendering all one's activities to Krishna and worship him to attain amrutatva. This is actually the mission of folk. So, we are in line with Lord's desire. Actually, somebody may say, oh, this is all very big disturbance in the society, family. You are creating such disturbance. May say such things. It's all right, understandable. We don't say everybody should do that. There'll be a few fortunate ones who can do that, whose circumstances may permit. So Prabhupada has taken this always when we read Srila Prabhupada's books, pay attention to the first sentence in the purport and the last sentence in the purport. Because Prabhupada has read and now he's giving a bullet point, a striking point. The purpose of Sankhya philosophy is stated herein. This is the purpose of Sankhya philosophy. All the philosophy which constitutes Sankhya philosophy, complete description of the material situation, the spiritual situation. The purpose is that one should endeavor to conquer death. We all know we are going to die one day. I'm sure all of you have spoken about this many, many times to devotees in your preaching efforts. Yes, we are all going to die, but still it is very striking. That is why you see, there are many examples like this. I have personally heard also. Someone is diagnosed with some ailment, and then they'll do a biopsy and send for a test and wait for 2 days. They are in anxiety. And then the biopsy result comes. And the doctor sometimes calls the family members and tells. The test shows the person has cancer. At that time, generally, not every time I think, but at least I know a few circumstances, they ask the family members, can we tell this to the patient? This stage of the cancer is such that he may live for about 3 to 6 months. So at that time, the family members, the doctors, they discuss, shall we tell this to the patient? Because they fear, if we tell that to the patient, how will the patient take it? You see? So we all know we are going to die. The report says you'll die in 3 months. It's not a big deal, but it is a big deal. I know of families who don't tell, and they'll take him to, if they are very rich, they'll take them to Dubai or Paris or somewhere. So 3 months. If they are pious people, they'll take them to Rameshwaram, Vrindavan, maybe. You see? Some people, they expedite, one marriage has to happen, our son's marriage. We'll quickly do it next 2 months. All such things we have heard, isn't it? So it is a fact. It's a hard fact. We don't like to die. There is one very nice conversation with Prabhupada. Must have heard recently, it was circulating. The devotees are telling, this is 70s conversation, it's there even now. So devotees are saying, Prabhupada, there are modern scientists, philosophers, they say, difficulties will come in this world, disease will come, death will come, but accept it cheerfully. That is the way. So Prabhupada says, response is, but I don't like to die. You're saying I don't like to die, but you're saying I should accept it cheerfully. Just some kind of a mental psychic thing, psych up yourself. And then Prabhupada gives the example. There was a convict, there was a criminal, and finally it went to the court, and the court decided he has to be hanged. He has done crime. And so, the verdict has come. And then the lawyer advocate who was arguing for him, he says, no, don't worry. You get hanged cheerfully. So it's like the judge, the advocate who says, you have lost the case, but now you're going to be hanged, but now cheerfully get hanged. In the same way, these people are saying, cheerfully face it. And the fact is, we don't want it. We don't like it. You see the whole thing? Even today, there are many, quote-unquote spiritualists many self-help gurus, management gurus, lifestyle coaches. They all say the same thing. Take it with a positive mind. It's the positivity that's important. Prabhupada's response will be, rascal, I'm going to die. I don't like it. What are you saying? Take it positively. So, it's not just a mental makeup. You psych up something and face it. Is there a way how we can approach all this? Especially as per the instructions of our acharyas and the Lord Himself. It's a real tough thing. That's why it is said, Sudurchayam Mrutyum. See? Say for instance, I'll give you another example. I'm sure many of you are talking to young boys. There are some young devotees, young boys here also. Say for instance, you get a young boy or a young girl gets an admission in an American university, and the person is going, next day is the flight. He's going to fly out of the country, go to America, join the university. How the family will be so joyous, isn't it? Mother and father may be a little bit crying. Oh, son is going at all. But still, don't worry, beta. Go. Don't worry. They're so happy because he's going to America. Correct? Because it is considered a better life, better situation, so they are happily sending him. In the same way, if we prepare ourselves, this is the instruction of Krishna. Ashraddhadhana purusha dharmasyasya parantapa aprapyamam nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. Krishna is saying, please have faith in my words. See? Ashraddhadhana purusha. One who has no faith in my words. Dharmasyasya asya dharmasya ashraddhadhana purusha. One who has no faith in this instruction I am giving in the Bhagavad Gita. Aprapyamam, you will not attain me. Mrityu samsara vartmani, you will return to the cycle of birth and death. So there is a way. And we must culture that knowledge, understanding, and that confidence and faith. That is the purpose of Sankhya philosophy. So we may give back big lectures about it, but it is a fact when it comes to us. Are we ready? Will we face it? Or will we also be in a fearful situation? It is a test of our spiritual advancement. And you can see Srila Prabhupada's example. There was Prabhupada was in Rishikesh, big thunder, lightning, all big. Suddenly the weather changed, and this happened in May. Around May is when the weather changes, right? In our country. And lights went off in that house, and all kinds of things were happening. Prabhupada called his disciples and said, now I have an indication, got an indication from Krishna. I'll leave soon. Let's go back to Vrindavan. And immediately devotees called from Rishikesh, Vrindavan. Because Prabhupada had left a few weeks ago. that Prabhupada is coming back. And devotees were joyous. Devotees were so happy to have Srila Prabhupada come back. So they again started getting his room ready, making preparation. They were all thrilled. And then the next day or the next day after or something, Srila Prabhupada arrived. Prabhupada was very weak. They took him to his quarters, and then a few devotees, maybe 50, 60, whatever number of devotees who were there, they all sat, and Prabhupada addressed them, and he said the same thing. Krishna has indicated, I have to leave, and I want to prepare, I want to just stay here and be ready and face death. Prabhupada was actually fearless. Fearless. Will we be fearless? Or there'll be fear? This is something that everyone has to face. And our whole Vedic culture is, let's prepare for that. Jitva, you can conquer, not be conquered by death. Jitva sudurjayam mrityum amrutatvaya, and attain amrutattva, eternal life. So, here this word, Mayi sanyasta karmana, surrendering all your activities to me. This is a Mayi sanyasta karmana, is a very important instruction. Surrendering all our activities to Krishna. And Krishna also says that in the Bhagavad Gita, in two particular places. Maybe there are a few, at least I found two. Quickly. 3rd chapter, 30th verse. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya dhyatma chetasa. Sarvani karmani sanyasya. Sanyasya means to renounce, to give up. All your sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya adhyatma chetasa. Nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigata jvaraha. Therefore, O Arjuna, surrendering all your works unto me, with mind intent on me, and without desire for gain, and free from egoism and lethargy, fight. Purport. Again, first sentence, please watch out. First sentence of the purport. This verse clearly indicates the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. This is the purpose the Lord is having. To urge everybody, Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa. With the adhyatma chetasa, with full knowledge of the self, adhyatma chetasa, fully conscious of, this is our self, our position is like that. Prabhupada elaborates this in the purport. The Lord instructs that one has to become fully Krishna conscious to discharge duties as if in military discipline. Such an injunction may make things a little difficult. Nevertheless, duties must be carried out with dependence on Krishna, because that is the constitutional position of the living entity. I remember many years ago, when I was about to join, one instruction of Srila Prabhupada that struck me, and it has always remained as an important instruction. Prabhupada says, every living entity has only one duty, which is to serve Krishna. Save and accept this duty to serve Krishna. Every other duty that we have formed in this material world is simply a mental concoction. Oh, I have my duty. I have my duty for my family. I have my duty for my country. I have my duty for my society. And just Prabhupada is rubbishing all that and saying we have only one duty, to serve Krishna. Save and accept that. Everything else is simply a concoction. I'm sure at that time also I was young. Oh, who will take care of me in my old age? Who will take care of my parents in our old age? Or in their old age? All those kind of thoughts come. At that time I remembered one more instruction I had heard from one Madhva saint. He says, there is a frog in a pond in a forest. Who is providing the food for that frog? There is a plant growing in somewhere in a isolated place. Who is providing the water for that plant? Krishna will take care of everyone. Do not fear. There is no doubt about it. That was the song. And that gave a lot of, yeah, that's true. You look at all the animals, the birds, they also have a heart, they have kidney, they have all brain. There is no hospital for them. Of course, some veterinary, but look at say for instance, look at the crow. Is there a cardiac specialty hospital for all the crows in the country? They are also living, flying. They also get heart attack. They also die. They also have brain problem, they have kidney problem, all problems. They will also get and die. But our heart problem, big issue. Oh, I have to save money. I have to do this. I have to do that. We are just one of the whole innumerable living entities in this world. One small person we are. But you see, we think that we are very big. My heart is very important. There has to be a super specialty hospital and I must be able to afford that. Like this. Many 100 years back, our own family, our own great-grandfathers, great-grandfathers, they didn't have all these hospitals. They stayed at home. They became weak. Something happened and then family was taking care. And then they died. But now immediately we rush to the hospital and the doctor says, no, we have to put him in the ICU, critical care. It costs 20,000 rupees per day. No, it's okay. We will. This is how people make decisions. This is what's happening. And for that we have to earn and keep enough money. And so now instead of preparing ourselves for facing that death spiritually, we switch off to another kind of an effort, endeavor, and that has become the standard in the society. Look at the big scale brainwashing that is happening. I was talking to one person recently. He had come from the US. And he was telling me about some of the things that are happening in the US. Very scary. Now you've all heard of gender fluidity. To think that I am a man, I am a boy, or I am a girl is a crime. To assert that I am a boy or a girl. If the boy says, I don't know, a child says I am, something feeling something else, maybe I am a girl. And in our country, what we would do, give one tight one, shut up, go to school. Today you can't do. If the teacher tries to tell anything and the child goes and tells, etc., the teacher will lose, it becomes crime, the teacher will be arrested. You cannot insist, you are a boy, you are a girl, to the boy and to the girl. Look at the stupidity. And the governments are sponsoring. They are allowing, just like we get midday meal money, from the government. Like that, for gender transition surgery, government will give money. They have set aside millions and billions of dollars in America for gender change surgeries. As children, they do it. And whole life they have to take medicines and hormones. Good for the pharma industry. Good for the healthcare industry. It's demoniac, isn't it? This is what is going on. So this person, he's Indian, of course. He was telling, Prabhuji, all Indians, families, they are full of fear about our children. Because they go and learn all these things in the school. Just see how it has become. So the world is, Kali Yuga is progressing. All these kind of ideas become mainstream ideas, become dominant ideas of the world, of the society. And the real purpose of life, I'm neither one, I'm neither a boy, I'm not a girl, I'm a spirit soul. Let's work on that. This understanding is not there. Actually, Srila Prabhupada is one of the rare persons who presented it as it is. Straightforward. Yes, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vajaja means give up all work, surrender to Krishna. Mayi sanyasya karma, sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chitsa. Yes, give up everything, surrender to Krishna. This is the only business we have. Oh no, my wife is there, my children are there, my property is there. Okay, we will come to that. We will address it in a minimal way, so that it doesn't affect our main service, main purpose of our life, which is Amrutatvaya. To attain this, to Jitva, Sudurjayam Mrityum. This is the main work of ours in this life. This message, Srila Prabhupada is giving in an unabashed manner, without any compromise. You see? So here, Krishna said this, and again in the 12th chapter, Ye tu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha. Once again, you see, sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya. So, many places, this message is there in the Vedic literatures, like we are seeing in today's Bhagavatam verse. Mayi sanyasta karmana. All activities dedicated for Krishna. This comes out very nicely in the 11th chapter. I'll read like Prabhupada said, we should know his books like a lawyer knows the law book. Recently, I heard one podcast with a very senior lawyer in our country. And the way he was quoting one article, this one, article, that one in the Constitution. Amazing. But he's an elderly man, 70-year-old. Bang, bang, he is quoting all the clauses, articles in the Constitution. Then I was reflecting, just see, Prabhupada is saying this. We should know Prabhupada's books like that. So, we must do a little bit careful, close study of Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam. I'll give one example. So here, 11th chapter, the Vishvarupa Darshana. At some point, what is happening to Arjuna? Let us see. Arjuna is himself saying, he's saying this. Yatha pradiptam jvalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samruddha vegaha tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokas tavapi vaktrani samruddha vegaha. Actually, we should know, we are all Indians. Sanskrit is so common and natural for us. And it gives a very beautiful sense here. Translation. I see all people, Arjuna saying this. I see all people rushing with full speed into your mouths as moths dash into a blazing fire. So, yatha pradiptam jvalanam patanga. Patanga is a small insect. Right? They are the pradipta jvalanam, the blazing fire. Vishanti nashaya, they are entering and getting destroyed. Right? Sometimes a small insect goes around the fire, attracted by the fire, and sometimes even enters the fire. Poor thing. One sound will come. Gone. Right? Yatha pradiptam jvalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samruddha vega. And just like a moth can, at great speed, enter into the fire. Gone. He is saying, tathaiva, in the same way I am seeing Krishna. Nashaya vishanti lokaha. In the same way, people, lokaha, vishanti, nashaya, and they are getting destroyed. Tavapi vaktrani, samruddha vega. Samruddha vega, the word repeats twice, both for the patanga and for the lokaha. That is what Arjuna is saying. I see all people rushing with full speed. Samruddha vega, into your mouths, vaktrani, tava vaktrani, as moths dash into a blazing fire. This is what Arjuna saw. Next, what he saw. Lelihya se grasamana samantal lokan samagran vadanair jvalabdihi. Tejo birapurya jagat samagram bhasastavokra pratapanti Vishnu. He's seeing further. Lelihya se. Sometimes when you eat mango season, nice mango, you lick your mouth. Vishwarupa is licking. Lelihya se. Licking what? Mango? No. Loka. People rushing into his mouth and crushing them, killing them and licking. It's quite a scary thing, right? You'll see what Arjuna asks. Lelihya se grasamanaha. Grasamana. Remember, we all had Narasimha Jayanti recently. I'm sure you would have chanted Tamo grasa. Right? Karmashaya randhaya tamo grasa. Grasa means tamo grasa, to devour the darkness. So here, lelihya se grasamana samantal. I see you devouring all people in your flaming mouths. Lokan samagran vadanair jvalabdihi. Your mouth is jvalabdihi. Flaming mouths. Vishwarupa, your mouth, it is flaming. And you're licking all the people getting crushed and devoured. Tejo birap apurya jagat samagram. And covering the universe with your immeasurable rays. Basas tavogra Pratapanti Vishnu. Tapanti means heat, no? This heat, summer heat. Tapanti. Pratapanti Vishnu. Pra is a intensifier in Sanskrit. Pratapanti Vishnu. So, scorching the worlds, you are manifest. Bhasas tavogra pratapanti Vishnu. You are that ugraha, terrible, scorching Vishnu. And now Arjuna is saying, this is the last one in this sequence. Akhya hi me. Arjuna is saying, please tell me. Akhya hi. Me akhya hi. Me ko bhavan. Who are you? I've been thinking you're my friend. We sat together, we were cousins, we used to eat together, we used to sleep together, we used to, joke together. Who are you? Krishna. Akhya hi me ko bhavan ugra rupo. You have this terrible form. Who are you? You see the situation of Arjuna? Namostu te deva varaprasida. I offer my obeisance unto you. I don't want to regard you as my friend, but I'm now seeing you, your Ugra Rupa. I offer my obeisance to you. Usually we don't offer to friends, we don't offer obeisance. No, we pat him on that back. Hey, come on. He's now changed. Seeing Ugra Rupa of Vishwarupa, Arjuna's relationship is affected. Now he is saying, Namostu te deva varaprasida. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. Akhya hi me ko bhavan. Bhavan kaha. Who are you? Bhavan kaha. Namostu te deva varaprasida. Vignatum ichchami. I desire to understand. Vignatum ichchami. Bhavantam adyam. What is your origin? Bhavantum adyam. Vignatum ichchami. I wish to know. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. Varaprasida. I do not know. And Vignatum ichchami bhavantum adyam nahi prajanami tava pravrittim. Tava pravrittim. Here pravrittim means mission. Tava pravrittim. What is your mission? This is your appearance. Nahi prajanami. I don't know. Tava pravrittim. What is your mission, Krishna? Why have you manifested this Ugra Rupa before me? For this, you know what Krishna says? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Such a situation Arjuna is. Now you see how we are all curious. What will Krishna say? Because Arjuna has asked, seeing that Ugra Rupa, lelihyase, grasamanaha, all these things, licking, blazing mouth. Krishna's statement, Kalosmi loka kshayakrit pravruddho. Kalosmi loka kshaya kalaha asmi. Time I am the destroyer of the world. Krishna is saying, I am that Kala. Loka kshayakrit kala asmi. The whole world will be finished by Kala, and I am that Kala. Pravruddho lokan samahartum iha pravruttaha. To engage the whole world. I have come. Rite pitvam na bhavishyanti sarve ye avastithaha pratyani keshu yodhaha. Except for you and the Pandavas, all the soldiers on both sides, pratya aniketaha yodhaha, all the warriors, soldiers on both sides will be finished. The blessed Lord said, time I am, destroyer of the worlds, I have come to engage all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. Next, Krishna makes only 3 statements. After that, Sanjaya Uvacha will come. This was the first statement. Next statement. Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labhasva jitvan shatrun bhungshva rajyam samruddhvam mayaiva ete nihitaha purvameva nimitta matram bhavasavyasachi. Tasmat tvam uttishta yasho labhasva. Therefore, Arjuna, get up and fight. Jitva shatrun. Fight the enemies. Bhungshva rajyam samruddham. And you will have a prosperous kingdom. Mayaiva ete nihitaha purvameva. Nihitaha, kill. Mayaiva ete, I have already killed. Purvamete, I have already decided what is the outcome of this battle. Nimitta matram, you just become my instrument, Savyasachi, Arjuna. Next verse. Dronam cha bhishmam cha jayadratam cha karnam tathanyan api yodhaviran mayahatamstvam jahima vyavastitha yudhyasva chetasi rane sapatnan. He's naming all the main people. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, everyone. I have decided to kill them. Actually, something significant is happening here. We will know what is that significant thing when we go to the last verse of the Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter. So, 11:55, you're all familiar, I guess. This is the concluding verse. Mat karma krin, mat paramo, mat bhaktaha, sangavarjitaha, nirvairaha sarva bhuteshu, yas samamiti pandava. Krishna is saying, mat karma krin. Arjuna, do my work. I have already decided they have to be killed. You do my work and become an instrument. You see? And again, first sentence of the purport. Let's read carefully. Purport. Anyone who wants to approach the supreme of all the personalities of Godhead on the Krishna Loka planet in the spiritual sky and be intimately connected with the supreme personality of Godhead must take this formula as is stated by the Supreme himself. Therefore, this verse is considered to be the essence of Bhagavad Gita. You see how nice Srila Prabhupada is. This is the essence. Mat karma kran, do my work. Krishna is telling, mat karma kran, mat paramo, regard me as the supreme, because I am the supreme, I have shown you. Mat bhaktaha, become my devotee. Sangavarjitaha, free from all attachments. Nirvairaha sarva bhuteshu. Don't have animosity towards any living entity. Nirvairaha sarva bhuteshu. See, as devotees, we all live in a community. Sometimes we get into some problems with other devotees. Hey, this devotee, he's getting that facility, he's getting that one. I am not getting. I am this one. Vairaha. Sarvabhuteshu. Krishna is saying this is the essence. And Prabhupada has said, if you want to go back to Godhead and intimately associated with Krishna, this is the formula. Nirvairaha. We should not have animosity. Sarvabhuteshu. Yes, samameti. Such a person, mameti, he comes to me. Pandava, Arjuna. And one last thing, with this I will conclude. This is also another very, very beautiful exposition of Srila Prabhupada. You see, Krishna is telling Arjuna, this battlefield you are in, this is my mission. Because Arjuna had asked, what is your mission, Krishna? Remember? What is your mission? And Krishna said, my mission, I am Kala, I am going to destroy everything. And I have appeared here. This battle is happening. It's according to my Maya Vaita Nihitaha Purvameva. I have already decided the outcome. Nimitta matram bhavasavyas. I have simply become an instrument. So, look at Arjuna's situation. Krishna was there in front of him. Krishna's mission was there in front of him. The battle of Kurukshetra must happen. And Arjuna was there. And Krishna was giving that very special opportunity to Arjuna. This is my mission. You carry it out. Become an instrument in my mission. Such an extraordinary fortune Arjuna has, isn't it? Krishna was there and his mission was there and he was there and he was telling him right there and he was saying, this is my mission. You become an instrument. Next thing, Srila Prabhupada points out, our Gaudiya Acharyas point out, I have not heard this in other Vaishnava Sampradaya, they don't have this understanding. This understanding is very special. In the 18th chapter, Krishna says, I now have a mission also. Even now, Krishna has a mission. After telling Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Krishna says, Yeidam paramam guhyam madbhakteshva vidhasyati. To share this knowledge that I have given you in Bhagavad Gita is my mission. For one who explains the supreme secret to the devotees, Bhaktim Mayi Param Kritva, devotional service is guaranteed. Maya Mam Eva Eshyati, and you will certainly come to me, Asamshayaha, undoubtedly. This statement of Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu points out, reveals that Krishna's mission is even now going on. And even we can now become a participant and become an instrument in that mission. And that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Yare deko thare kaho Krishna upadesh. This is a very wonderful revelation. It is not that special opportunity Arjuna had 5,000 years ago. Krishna has made that available to all of us in Kali Yuga now. What is Krishna's mission? Krishna's mission is this knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita should be made known to people in this age. Those who are willing to hear, willing to accept, we should share this knowledge and help them surrender to Krishna. So we get this opportunity. We have this opportunity. Such a great arrangement, isn't it? So, Srila Prabhupada has created this institution and he has invited people, especially from India and people all over the world, to come and participate, become a recipient of the mercy of Krishna and spread this knowledge of Krishna consciousness. We will stop here. If anyone has any question, I'll try to answer. Hare Krishna.
So I am talking to people outside world. Sometimes they meet up arguments very like when we talk about, especially in the maybe intellectual people. They say that if Krishna is given the free will, then if all this will not, why we should worry about this devotion?
Yeah.
So how to argue scientifically or
Okay. First of all, you said when we are talking to people, it becomes argumentative and sometimes very big argumentation. You see, when we are preaching to people, we should avoid surcharged argumentation like that. Because Krishna consciousness is so wonderful, the way Srila Prabhupada has given, it's very, very logical. You will invariably win their argument and you are likely to lose the person. What is the use? So, we should be more empathetic. Yes, they are giving something, they are feeling strongly. Let's understand carefully. What is their perspective? Why are they coming from that? Why are they feeling so strongly? And give little time. You say, all right, think over. And then you tell something and you say, please reflect on this. Think over. Give them time. So, of course, everybody will not accept. But at least there will be, let us not put them into a negative feeling about us. In the first sitting, first encounter, first interaction, we may not be able to convince them. Take another time. There is some more time. Let's try another opportunity. Give them prasadam. Bring them to the temple. They see kirtan. This is another thing. Sometimes people who are very logical, they think by logic only I can convince people. Logic is not the only weapon we have in Krishna consciousness. Bring them to the temple. They see the deity. Beautiful. They see the kirtan. So happy people. You see? One person who was very negative like this, once we invited him to the temple in Bangalore and he came for Guru Puja and he saw at the end of the Guru Puja, he's saying, amazing energy level. You know, modern guys, this is how they talk, no? Amazing energy level. I've never seen such energy. Something like that. He was very impressed. So, Kirtan may impress some people. Prasadam. How many people have told? Isn't it? We will go to the Hare Krishna temple. We'll get good prasadam. So, there are many, many things that can work. Just stiff, dry, hard argumentation may not be the only thing that we should try. We should try different things, and Srila Prabhupada has given all these different things. Okay? We will stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Sri Sri Radha Madhav ki, Sri Sri Nitai Gauranga ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.